So I'm super excited about the mod we're doing. In today's episode, we're going to be installing a velocity stack. So a big thank you to Ktoon for sending me this velocity stack for free for me to give a review and feedback of their product. If you'd like to learn more about this velocity stack, there's a link in the description sending you directly to the product page. So the idea behind a velocity stack is essentially to help the airflow in the intake and to help with the velocity, which the name kind of implies velocity stack. So essentially with the conventional intake, the air would have to cut essentially at more of an angle to go in the intake, while as opposed to a velocity stack where the air could flow easier into the intake. So essentially by doing this, it could technically free up a little bit of power. Now, is it something we're going to see a big difference? I'm not sure, but I am very excited to install it on the car. If we're going to put every chance to make a little bit more power, why not do so with the car? I've heard too that the induction noise is pretty intense with the velocity stack, so that's another added benefit. So just looking at the quality and the build and everything before even installing the velocity stack on the car, I gotta say I'm really impressed. This is aluminum, so and like the quality feels good. It's not something I can bend easy or anything like that. Even the filter itself looks like good quality, and then you got the coupling that comes with the intake. The stack itself that they sell on their website, they do offer it in different intake size, so you can purchase it for different cars. All right, so I got the old pod filter out. Honestly, just as far as filter goes, this is the filter that came with the intake, and I think just changing the intake is probably going to make a pretty big difference in performance. Like if I put this one under the light, obviously you can see clearly. This one, yeah, it's seen better days, and the light's not really going through it. So yeah, I think it was definitely due for a change of filter, so that's going to be good. So installing a new filter plus the velocity stack should definitely make a big difference. Now, when I did contact Ktoon and ordered the velocity stack, this one is the 3-inch. I thought for sure the intake system I had was 3-inch, so the 3-inch coupler is what came with the kit. But then I later realized that it was 2.75. So I did get a coupler off Amazon, so a reducer from 76 mil to 70 millimeters, or 3 inches to 2.75 inches. So all that's left is to install the velocity stack on the car. So here I actually encountered my only issue with these velocity stack, and it's the fact that the filter is actually too big. So I did have a bit of a clearance issue with my fog light. I had to pull out the velocity stack as far out as I could from the silicone coupler. but with the velocity stack pulled out as far out, it did clear the fog light, and I was able to put the bumper back on. All right, so the velocity stack is installed on the car. I was able to do a comparison for the sound before and after. So this is what it sounded like before, and this is what it sounds like now. So after listening to the intake clips, I do realize that the intake sound doesn't sound too different on video, but the velocity stack does sound a lot more throatier hearing it in person and also under load. After driving the car for a few days, the car does feel like it's breathing in air a lot smoother, and it feels like the car is breathing better. Now, could that be related that the intake I currently had, the pod filter, was dirty? That could definitely be a big part of it. But I do think that the velocity stack, at the very least, is helping in some way. So I would definitely recommend this mod. I think it's a great addition to a current intake system. And I think it really makes a nice, deep, throaty sound to an existing intake. So I think overall, I'm really happy on the intake, the induction noise, and how this overall mod turned out. Another cheap and easy mod to do is to install a rear motor mount. And you can go check out this episode right here to do just that. And we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.